Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Hangout. How was everybody's
Hello.
week? Or I guess 2 weeks, because it's been 2 weeks, right?
It has.
What
Yeah.
everybody do the last 2 weeks? Matt, I know you got some exciting news. Talk about some exciting things that's happened over the last couple weeks for you.
I got a new MacBook.
What kind of MacBook did you get?
I think he has died.
Speechless. He is speechless.
What kind of MacBook did you get, Evans?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I
now
can
we
hear you now.
Yeah.
My audio just switched to the iPad, like for some odd reason.
Oh, lovely.
My
Max, right?
Beats, or not my Beats, my AirPod Max. I got the 14-inch MacBook Pro Max.
M1 Max.
M1 Mac Pro, or no, M1 Mac Max. The MacBook Pro M1 Mac.
There's
Max.
way too many
Very
M's in that, I gotta
Max.
say.
There is. It is. Yeah, it is. Trying to figure everything out, and was like, I was trying to say what I was trying to say, and yeah, it was just not coming out the way I had hoped it was going to. But
And how was your first day? 2 days with it?
I got it Sunday, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Sunday.
yesterday. How was your first 24 hours?
No, I got it Saturday. Sorry, I got it Saturday. It pretty good. It took me a little while to get everything set up. I don't like to do backups on Mac, so I had to or restore from my Mac or anything like that, just because development, stuff doesn't transfer the way it should. So I just set it up as a clean new Mac. It took about, I don't know, 24 hours. Plugged it into my display. It's amazing looking on my display, but the Mac screen on the MacBook is so much better than my old one. So my old one was a 2016 MacBook Pro Intel, and it's ending support this year, so the next operating system won't be supported on it, which is why I ended up upgrading. So yeah. So it's pretty powerful, to be honest. I've done some rendering in Final Cut Pro, and I thought my 2016 Intel Mac was a beast. This is like a super beast, to be honest. They don't Intel should be really scared of the M1 Max and M1 Pro.
Yeah, high key, Intel is like on the defense right now, both with AMD stepping it up, and apparently from what you're saying, Apple stepping it up.
Yeah.
They used to be the
Yeah.
kings, doesn't sound like it anymore.
Oh my god.
I remember I would only buy Intel back in the day.
Same.
Yeah. And my MacBook from 2016 was maxed out. Like, couldn't get any, like, it had the best specs out there at the time. And that thing was a beast. I can't remember what all the settings were, but it was a beast of a MacBook. So and it done me well for years. You don't really get that kind of life out of a laptop anymore. I feel like, you usually get like 2 years, maybe 3 years out of a MacBook, or not out of a MacBook, but out of a laptop, if a Windows device or whatnot. So I feel like this is definitely an upgrade.
Nice. Do you miss the touch bar at all?
I don't. I didn't even. I never really used the touch bar because, to be honest, my MacBook mostly sat on the dock. Never really used it much. So I did notice that I don't use the fingerprint scanner either. Everything unlocks with my watch. So but the fingerprint scanner is a lot faster and works, definitely, unlike the Google Pixel, which is sitting behind me. I still have
That you
issues.
finally
with that.
got back.
I still have issues with that. So I did try out a Samsung Galaxy. I told you last time we were on the podcast that I was trying out a Samsung Galaxy S22. And I really liked it for a little while, and then like there was some things that just got really annoying to me. Like there's so much boot crap on there. Like T-Mobile puts all this crap on there, free games and stuff download now and all that. And it's not like you can delete that shit. Like it pops up every once in a while, and like there's no skip or bypass or disable, and so it really annoyed me. And then there was a few things with the operating system that were just too much not like the original stock Android experience, so that kind of just drew me away from it. It was smaller. It's 6.1 inches, so it's a lot smaller than my iPhone 13 Pro, and then it's also smaller than my Pixel 6. But yeah, so anyways,
All
yeah,
the stuff
so
that
that's
comes
kind of
pre-installed really annoys me too. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in phones.
Like, and you can't a lot of this shit I couldn't even uninstall.
No, you're stuck with it.
You
and
know?
It just takes
Like,
up your memory.
Yeah. And I'm like, and then it pops up, at weird times and stuff like that. The fingerprint scanner, well, I never really used the fingerprint scanner, but the Face ID was like fast as hell, which that's about one of the things that I miss out of it. So, and I do miss the little form factor. It was a lot like the iPhone 12 Pro that I had, the smaller version, so which was also 6.1 inches. So I do kind of miss the form factor a little bit of the smaller one, but yeah. So anyways, so kind of what's up new with me.
How about you, Tim? You got yourself a little bit more integrated into the Apple ecosystem here pretty soon, right?
Yeah, so I have been watching the Apple Watch SE price for the last couple months, and while I was on Sunday, I was just browsing on Amazon and noticed the Apple Watch dropped from $279 has been the on sale price. It's been forever now, recently, and it dropped to $259, which is a pretty significant drop in price. So I was going to order it, but by the time I decided to do it, it was already sold out. But I found it at Costco for that price, for the cheaper price. So I went ahead and ordered it. And surprised, it actually comes in the mail tomorrow. So I was very surprised with how quick Costco shipping has been, because I've never ordered anything online from Costco. So it's been
hopefully you have a better experience than others. I've heard bad experiences from Costco online.
Regarding just ordering anything, or just like electronics?
Yeah, electronics mostly.
Okay,
so
we'll find out.
Barnacle ordered TVs and everything and stuff like that, and they were I think the original reason why he was returning the TVs was because they were opened, and so they were returns from somebody else that they reshipped out, and then they had so many defects with it and stuff like that. So so and then he tried to return it, and he bought 3 TVs, and so he went to return all 3 of them, and they sent him a label to send to him, and so they did it. UPS came and picked it up, but then when they brought it back, they returned it as one thing, and so they only gave him one refund for 1 TV instead of 3 TVs, because they were all shipped under the same label, I guess, or something, like 1 of 2 or 2 of 3 or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. He did a whole thing on Twitch about it, and it was a nightmare for him, and it was like, it was like almost 6 months before he got the final credit back, for the 2 of them. So if you have to do a return, take it into Costco.
That's what I was gonna ask, if you could do that.
Yeah, you can. So take it into Costco and do it. Do you have a Costco membership?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
One of the perks of being married.
Yeah.
Seems like that's one of like the married people requirements. You get a Costco membership.
Heck yeah.
You get a Costco membership. Yeah, I'm on my wife's Costco membership. I mean, we both had a Costco membership before. I think so. We finally just decided to merge into one. So I went on to hers, and then we didn't renew mine. So
Nice.
Yeah.
And then another thing happened this last week. That I want to talk about a little bit. I so bought my car back. It's been 2 months now. Yeah, 2 months. And they did the registration towards the beginning of June. And I was told by Carvana that registration's complete. You should receive your registration and plates by the 30th of June. I'm like, cool. So then I waited, and I got my registration that included my plate number and everything, but no plates. So I assumed, oh, they're probably still on the way. Waited longer. June 30th comes. They're not here, and it said to contact them if it hasn't arrived by June 30th. So I called them. They told me to wait because the DOL office here in Washington has been backed up for because of staffing shortages. So I was like, okay. So I waited a bit longer, and then finally, I think it was last week, a week ago now, the plate still didn't arrive, and it's currently the 25th of July, and so let's say so last week plates didn't arrive. I was like, the heck. So I called Carvana to let them know plates never arrived, and the phone rep told me that the plates looked like they were sent back to Carvana because they weren't able to get a signature. FedEx never knocked on my door, so I never got a signature, was able to give them a signature, but they were sent back to Carvana, and Carvana apparently had the plates. And I asked them if they could send the plates back to me, but they said they were lost completely. They didn't know where they were, so instead, for me to contact my DOL office and get replacement plates. Okay, so then I go onto the DOL website, and to request replacement plates, it's a challenge because you have to first fill out an application stating all your information, and then you have to get a letter that is notarized saying why you're getting new plates. So I wrote up a letter with all the information that was needed, saying like our plates never arrived in the mail. It was just a one line, plates never arrived in the mail, and I needed to get it notarized. I went and I was like trying to find I went to UPS to get it notarized, but they were no longer accepting. Hold on.
Okay.
So I was gonna go to UPS to get it notarized, and they were closed. So I'm like, dang it! And so then I have a friend that does notarization stuff. So I called her. I'm like, how much do you charge? She's like, I charge $10, but take it to your bank because they will sometimes do it for free. I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay. And I looked into it. BEC does it for free. So I'm like, cool. Went to BEC right after work. Got it notarized. No problem. Super quick. It was awesome. And then headed right to the DOL office. Got it all turned in. Everything. They gave me my plates. $85 later because the plates went up. Price went up since this whole thing started. So
Get fucked.
I paid I know. I paid $85. Got my plates. I got home, put them on. I'm like, great, they're awesome. I then go get the mail.
Don't show your new license. Don't show your license.
Arrive.
Don't give us
These
your
are the
license
old
plate
ones.
number.
It's the old ones. Who cares? Anyway, the plates arrived. The plates are here. It was in the mailbox. I'm so. I was not happy.
Wow.
Wait, so you got the old ones
should have
again?
just.
I got the ones that were lost in the mail. And they showed up that day.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Remember when I did all this? It took me 2 days of figuring out how to do this, and then arrived. I was so mad, but I couldn't stop laughing.
Don't you?
So now
you still have to like August though, don't you? Right until your temps.
Yeah, they expire August 8th, so I still got some time.
You still had
If you had
time.
just-
You should have
If you
just
had
waited.
just
was-
waited a little longer,
I was afraid they were gonna there was gonna be some stupid thing, and we can't afford to go down to one car. So it was like, we need to keep this car operating because I don't want to accidentally. Yeah. So that was a mess that happened this last week. That was quite the adventure.
Well, that sounds like a pain.
Truly an adventure.
It was. I thought it was hilarious by the end of it. I'm like, okay, this is actually really.
You forgot to tell everybody that Carvana paid for all your car repairs, though.
Yes. So right now, I'm just waiting on Carvana to mail me my $85 check, which is really nice of them to reimburse me for this. I mean,
reimburse
that's
you for
cool.
something they lost.
yeah. So they're paying me back for it, which is really nice of them. Also, they did pay the $4,000 of repairs on the Leaf that needed those repairs. So right now, I give Carvana a big ol' thumbs up because it's been excellent service.
Even if you don't get the $85 back, you still give them a thumbs up. They just paid $4,000 of your car repairs.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
that you don't normally get from used cars, you know. So,
Right. That's something that I really liked about using Carvana was
And you
It's-
were kind of you know, on the
skeptical
fence
of
about it when I told you about it, and I told you in the Discord that you should look at Carvana because you can just have the car delivered to you, you know.
So the problem with Carvana, there's a lot going on with them right now. Like not in Washington. Washington, I've seen so far has been excellent service, but in other states, not so much. They've been, I think they were banned. They were suspended their car selling license in like 3 or 4 states because of how poorly they were handling things, like missing titles, registrations not coming in on time. Like I've seen stories of people who buy their car and then don't see the title until almost a year later, and just those types of stories. And so looking into Carvana, it was a bit skeptical. I was a bit skeptical of trying it out, but then I was trying to buy these Leafs, and every time they were just sold out immediately, and I was like, this isn't working. And then I just started looking on Carvana's website. I found the perfect one for a actually reasonably decent price, and so then I just bought it, and it was a great experience. Like shipping, it was pretty quick. It arrived, delivery date on time. Everything was perfect. The car looked fine. Besides these little repairs, but the fact that they pay for you to take it into a mechanic to get it fixed is awesome. So I don't even care if they don't. They shouldn't even advertise that they do a full inspection of the car. They should just advertise they'll pay for repairs and stuff. But
do you think that their bad experience or their bad look in other states has like made them want to improve their user experience so they don't just get cut completely? So you're benefiting from that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Absolutely.
probably the case since they want to reimburse him for his missing plates. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
that's obvious.
I was talking with the delivery driver, and he mentioned that they've only been open in Washington for a very short time. Like he was like, we're still fairly new, which is why they only had one location. I think their location is in Tukwila.
Auburn, I think.
Is it Auburn? Okay.
I think it's somewhere south. It might be Tukwila.
Yeah. Because I remember I got the notification that they were leaving with the car, and he was like, yeah, I'm in Tukwila, Auburn area.
Maybe then.
So,
yeah.
But so they're still fairly new, but it's been a pretty good service. And then just the cars that are available, I was very bummed to find out with CarMax that you have to pay $2,000 to ship a car from like one CarMax to another. I feel like it should be cheaper, just because
That's a lot of money.
I know it's a lot of money to ship a car, but also they ship cars all the time. Like if you sell a car to CarMax, they look at the type of car it is, and they have their numbers and statistics to where that car will probably sell the best, and that as soon as they buy the car, they ship it out right away.
You
And
feel like there's
so-
got to be some spare room on one of those trucks somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Like, let's say I'm buying a Leaf that is currently in Florida, and I want it. I feel like $2,000 is a lot to ask for that. I feel like, let me pay $100, $200. Sure, I'll pay like $200 to have a car shipped from Florida. I think $2,000 is a bit too much to ask for, especially for a company that literally that's what half their operations is shipping cars to other states.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think you had the best Carvana experience, and I'm glad you did, because I did recommend it. And I mean, I never used Carvana personally, but I know other people who have, and they haven't had problems. So they said it was a 10 out of 10. So
I recommend for EVs, it's perfect. Like, because EVs are a lot less maintenance, and so a lot less stuff could break inside of EVs. So if you're going to buy an EV, highly recommend looking at Carvana.
Is that true?
Yeah, EVs that they break down less.
Yeah.
So in a gas car, there's thousands of parts, but in an EV, I think there's like 40 parts, moving parts. That is. So there's a lot less things that can go wrong. Like on an EV, you don't have to do oil changes. You don't have to worry about transmission. All you really have to worry about is the brakes and the motors. That's 2 things.
And the battery.
And of course, the battery. That's 3 things.
Okay, that makes sense.
Those are the main things that you really have to worry about.
Isn't the battery mega expensive?
Yes, it is very expensive.
I saw a Tesla sitting on the side of the road. I think the battery had died in it. I think that's the only reason you see a Tesla sitting on the side of the road is when the battery dies and they're trying to get to the next charging station, or whatnot. But I did see them, and then I think a tow truck showed up. I don't know if tow trucks have the ability to like charge from their car.
AAA is working on that. AAA did say they're working on doing battery jumps for EVs, and then there was something else that dang it, I was gonna say something else about EVs. They go ahead.
No, I would. If you have anything else to say, I was gonna change the topic to the thing we were discussing in the Discord before, just because we're running out of time. I just want to try and keep it on the 9 o'clock. So we got about 20 minutes to talk about your guys's,
I don't know if I can talk about it. I'm like so distraught over this. Listen, guys, the Choco Taco, which is the holy grail of dessert novelties, has been discontinued.
You guys didn't support it enough. I'm telling you. So in the Discord, I told them to get over it. I told them to get over it.
What I said.
I told you guys to get over it. You didn't support it enough. Like I support Apple. I buy new Apple products every year. Get it? I know Apple's not going to go out of business, but I do support.
Okay, but you buy one iPhone every year. I buy like multiple.
I bought a MacBook. I bought an iPad the year before. I bought 2 Apple Watches. Like
how did you end up?
Is this more Choco Tacos?
Is this how you end? Is this how you ended up with a HomePod Pro that you regretted buying?
I did regret buying it, but I sold it and somebody else has it and now owns it. But I did buy it and I wasted my money on 2 of them. And you're right. But here's the other thing too. Okay, and I referenced this in the chat. But I support Twitter Blue because I support the development of Twitter Blue. I pay for Twitter Blue every month, even though I don't use it. $2.99 a month. I don't even notice it. I support Tweetbot, which is like $5.99 a year because I like to support developers, and because I don't want them to see them go under, the Tweetbot is getting back into become a really good third-party Twitter app, so I like to support it, even though I don't use it on a daily basis or really much anymore. I'm really hoping for the new Mac version. But and then there's another thing too. Auntie Anne's soft pretzels I get from the store, and my freezer is filled with them, and I can't fit any more in there because I literally buy them every time I see them in stock because they're almost gone half the time. So you guys did not support your dessert bar enough.
When
sorry.
it's summer vacation, you're up
Go
camping.
Go mobile and let's go look in your freezer and see what's in your freezer.
You're camping, okay? You're camping somewhere and you're at the lake, camping on the lake. There's a convenience store right there. You go over to the convenience store. There's a shelf that has all their chips. They have all their sodas, and you just notice this giant blue freezer. You open the top lid. Laying on top is the perfect Choco Taco.
Nailed it.
Sitting right on top. You purchase it. You eat it. The best thing ever. Despite it being a little soggy, just a little bit, it's fire. It's pure fire. Those kids will never experience a Choco Taco ever again in their life.
You never know that. They said, okay, hold on. Twinkies said they were going out of business too. Remember that?
Oh, true.
Twinkies
Maybe
said they were going out of business, and everybody went and bought all of them they could. And then what happened? Twinkies back on the shelf, and it's the same as ever. All those people that did it. Like telling you.
So Klondike owns the Choco Taco. Klondike discontinued the Choco Taco.
Okay.
Hostess went out of business. It wasn't the Twinkie went away. Hostess went out of business. And their brand got bought by somebody, and they brought it back.
Klondike
either
bring it back. Klondike could either bring it back, or they could sell it to somebody else.
Elon Musk,
if they don't want.
If you're listening, get on this.
Get rid of that crap. That garbage.
Listen, you open up that blue cooler, and there's only one of three things you ever buy out of there. Number one, you buy a Choco Taco. If the Choco Tacos aren't available, you either go for the Nestle Toll House cookie sandwich or the strawberry shortcake bar.
No, you go for the Oreo. You go for the Oreo one.
Well, I already can't trust you because you are not for the Choco Taco. Your opinion is already invalid.
I will say the implication of Tim's, like, when you are camping, when you go to the store at the lake, and you see a Choco Taco, then you get it. The implication from that is that it's so situational that you ever eat a Choco Taco that it kind of makes sense that it goes away. But they're also so good and iconic, but it's a bummer.
But you guys didn't support your brand enough.
Here's the thing, like, I remember every time I'd go and buy anything out of those little blue coolers, or the ice cream man's coming down the road, and I'm going to buy something. There's always a Choco Taco. And then back in like 2011, I want to say it was, I was down in Oregon on a vacation with my family, and we stopped off at, it was either Fred Meyer in Roseburg or a Safeway. I can't remember which one. And I saw a Choco Taco 4-pack in the freezer, and I about lost my goddamn mind, because there was a Choco Taco that I could buy at the store in a pack and bring home and eat at my convenience.
That's like it's a luxury.
Right? Because it had been one of those things that you bought so situational, like Tim had said.
Yeah.
But now you could buy it in a box and bring it home.
You bring up the ice train truck, and I just have to point out that I was driving down 405, I don't know, a few weeks ago, I think, somewhere, a little while ago. But there was this white, like, van, the old 90s van or whatever and stuff on it.
Safe.
It said on the back of it, "We stop for kids."
Yikes.
Caution, we stop for kids. And I was like, this is really weird. And I was driving along the driver's side of it, and you don't see anything. And then
because all on the passenger side.
Yeah, it finally got over on the left-hand side, and then it's got all the little flavors of ice cream on the outside, but it still looked like one creepy looking van. I mean, Yeah. I mean, it was just like it had no branding on it or whatsoever. It just had some stickers of some ice cream bars on there and stuff like that. And I was just like, that's the most creepiest thing ever. So
here's the okay. Now that the Choco Taco is available for sale, Taco Bell, if you are listening, you need to buy the rights to Choco Taco and start selling your drive-thrus. I will stop by daily to get a fresh Choco Taco.
If they learn anything from this, they just need to bring it to the to the grocery stores, like Roy said. So anyways, I don't think it's the end of it. I think you guys should make a big deal about it on social media, but I still don't think that you guys supported your brand enough. So if they do come back and they're only in convenience stores, you should really get out there and support your brand, because I support Auntie Anne's pretzels, the frozen version, because I really like them versus the soft pretzel ones. They come with like a little butter and they taste a little better. But anyways,
it's like you don't
get out there and support your brand.
You don't understand how much you miss someone or something until that someone or something is gone.
It's the what's the old classic rock song? You don't know what you got till it's gone. I forget who that's by.
I forget who it is by too, but yeah. So, anyways,
rest in peace, Choco Taco.
Yeah, let's have a moment of silence. Okay, that was good.
That was long enough.
It was not long enough for a Choco Taco.
Anyway, so yeah. Anyways, anything else anybody wants to talk about?
I think you owe the Choco Taco an apology.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize.
Well, you already said you were sorry. No take backsies.
Exciting news on my front. I have a job interview tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yay!
For the podcasters don't know, but I got laid off a couple weeks ago and finally got an interview with a reputable company, so I'm really excited to go talk to them.
That's awesome, too.
Yeah, it's for a position that I'd be more interested in than my last as well, so good all around. Here's hoping I make it to interview number 2.
Yeah, good luck.
We're definitely sending you some good thoughts.
Thanks, gentlemen.
We definitely want you to strive in this. For a lot of people that don't know, we don't make money off this podcast. I mean, I think we've made, in the 3 years that we've done this, I think we've made like $15 or whatnot.
You mean we're millionaires? We're super wealthy.
We're definitely
you're at Apple
not.
Park.
So
look where you are.
And Joe lives in a different time zone than we do, so he's usually up a lot later. And even when he was working a full-time job and stuff like that, he did this. So we just really appreciate it, because without Joe, this podcast sounds like shit. Like, I mean, me and Roy started this back when we did this again on Zoom, and it was like, I remember we did our first one. Or was it our second one? Either one. Our first or second one we did. And like, I recorded it and then I went play it back. I downloaded the Zoom version. I tried to play it back.
My audio was gone.
No, all of our audios were gone. They were like, or maybe it was just yours. You were like really faint or whatever, and I tried to blast it and bring it up, but then mine was really high already. So it was all one file, so if I brought all the volume up, mine was going to go blasting too. So yeah, so it was a horrible experience. Then before Restream, we did StreamYard. StreamYard was okay, but now we did Restream, and then Joe brought us into the OBS studio world and worked his magic on our audio, and we sound like amazingly better than what we do normally. So yeah, so we definitely hope you.
Thanks. I'm happy to help out. I'm happy to be around.
Yeah.
I'm also happy to be interviewing again, because being jobless is no fun. Too stressful.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen,
Exactly.
And, that's really tough. So, and when it's not planned, or anything like that, then it's pretty stressful. So anyways, so good luck on that. Let us know how things go. Trying to think if there was anything else that popped up recently.
Roy didn't tell us about his news.
Oh yeah, Roy, what kind of news you got?
Oh, I went to Pokemon Go Fest Seattle last Friday. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of. I heard there was a lot of people out there playing Pokemon Go. I saw it on Twitter.
How big was it?
They complete. It was. Oh, they like so they had it in 2 different sections. They completely decorated the whole Seattle Center into these different habitat zones. So like the fountain down in Seattle Center was an oasis. So they had all this fake grass down around the bottom of the fountain. They had all these trees, and they had like this cloud sanctuary area kind of right above the fountain on that concrete platform. They had like bubbles and crap floating around. Pikachu and Eevee were there for meet and greets, and they had a bunch of research tasks and Pokemon to catch there. Did all of that, and then they had a second section in downtown Seattle. So you had to decide whether you were going to be in the park in the morning and downtown in the afternoon, or vice versa. So it was just a day in Seattle walking around with my friends. Realized that there's a whole section of Pike Place Market that I didn't even know existed my entire life until now.
Which part?
So I got to. It's where the Pike Pub and Brewery is. Like I had never been to that area of Pike Place Market, and now I know it exists.
Is that like on the underside?
It's if you're headed down Pike directly into the market, and you go immediately to your left when you get to the market. I'd never done that. I always thought that was where it ended. But no, there's like a whole other section over there. I'd never been over there.
I've been down there.
There's a cool if you go down the ramp, to the down under, there's Star Wars. It's kind of like a movie type sci-fi store or whatever.
Oh, like the comic shop down there.
Yeah, the comic shop. Yeah, I get a lot of my Star Wars stuff from there. My prints and stuff like that I've gotten there. I mean, you got keychains and everything, Pokemon Go to Star Trek to yeah, definitely. Yeah, so definitely check it out if you haven't been there. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll try and remember. And yeah, we'll know next time. So, well, cool. That sounds like it was a lot of fun. I did hear a lot of people down there doing it, so that was.
Did you get any shinies, Roy?
I got 16 shinies.
The fuck?
I got like I got 3 of those the Snorlaxes and the cowboy hat. I ended up trading 1 away for a shiny Gibble. I got a shiny Slowpoke, shiny Electrite, Sableye, Jinx. I got 3 shiny unknowns, all different letters: an Oddish, an Omanyte, Quillfish, Psyduck, Teddiursa, and Baneri.
Damn, that's a lot of unique shinies. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like the next person in my group that got the next most was at like 7.
So you just bodied the competition pretty much.
Yeah, I had an excellent day.
I haven't downloaded Pokemon Go in a long time. I thought about doing it the other day, but then I
waiting for Tim to open up my gift.
I need to play it. I keep forgetting to. Ugh.
Is it running on the beta, guys?
It does run on the beta.
Nice.
I played the entire day on the beta. I only went through my MagSafe charger and half of another power bank the entire day.
And I have so many bugs on my phone.
That's because you installed the public. You installed the public.
Yeah, you could have gotten the developer beta. It's farther along in development.
Yeah.
Let me show you one of the bugs that I have. So if I open TikTok, I'm going to find a TikTok that's not controversial. Hold on.
We should have an update tomorrow.
Okay. So I have this really cool TikTok. It's great, right? It's a bunch of cats. It's really cool. I'm going to go ahead and send it to someone. Send it. It's been sent. And give it a second. Crash it.
That's a normal.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if this does it to me.
You can send them via SMF and it doesn't do that.
I did a report. I reported another bug to Apple. I'm trying to remember.
It was better.
I remember. I know what it is. Okay, so I'm on my lock screen, right? Hold on, let me turn my brightness down so you can actually see my lock screen, right? Okay. Oh no, I'm on my home screen. Okay. If I swipe down, so it's transparent. right? And then I drop all the way to the bottom, my picture shows up.
Oh yeah.
And then
I think it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to fade in.
Mine didn't crash.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's on you. Yeah, I think it's on yours.
Also, so like if I do mine doesn't fade away.
Yeah, I think it's because you're on the public beta. I think you're a beta behind.
Maybe you should have gotten the developer preview.
Yeah, because mine doesn't do it either.
Must just be a beta difference.
Maybe it's the
beta.
lack of mini use. No one likes the iPhone mini. So it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get a new one. It's surprisingly enough that we don't we didn't get one today or last week, because I figured we would have got one last week, but I did notice they re-released beta 3 to developers, so I guess that was kind of it. But we're getting into August though, so we should start seeing every week in
one
August.
a week.
Yeah. So
I might put the beta on my watch at that point. We'll see.
Is that for public or just
it's not for public. You have to have the developer. They don't do public betas for watches. So
no, I'm sorry. I mean for the weekly updates.
Oh yeah, it's updated. You usually get it a day instead of a week. So if for July, usually the public beta comes out a week after the developer beta does. So you'll get the build that we're on the week later, generally. So
yeah, you're a full build behind, which is why yours is more glitchy than ours.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's how it works. I've never been on the public beta before, but
I did the public beta once.
Yeah.
And it was back in like 2015. 2014.
I don't know what would happen if you tried to install the public beta. I don't know if you put the public beta profile on there, what it would do. Or the developer beta on there.
Only one way to find out.
Can make a TikTok out of it.
Installs Android. No.
Anyways, all right. I think we'll end it there. Unless anybody has final thoughts.
I think that's a good place to end off.
Your turn, Roy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm hosting. Well, thank you everyone for joining us this week on the Hangouts. You can catch replays of all of our podcasts on YouTube. Please join us again 2 more weeks, since we're going to be doing the Hangouts every other week for the rest of the summer. Join us the next time. I believe Tim will be hosting. Chef Tim will be hosting the Hangouts. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice night.